Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you have a good news today. Okay, in this opportunity, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ririn Agustin. You can call me Ririn. Student ID number 20052023. I come from the Socio-Political and Science Department, the Pancasila and Citizenship Education Study Program, the English Application course with the supervisor Mr. Alia Azmi SAP MSA. Okay, on this video, I will discuss the resume on learning English application for midterm starting from the first meeting to the 8th meeting. For more details, we look at the next explanation. Summary of the first meeting. At the first meeting, we had not yet entered lecture the material, the things that were conveyed by Mr. Alia Azmi, namely the semester class plan and instruction for choosing a class structure consisting of the chairman, vice chairman, and secretary. After that, we discussed in the WhatsApp group to determine the class structure. After that, we file in the attendance and material was continued the following week. After we discuss the material at the first meeting, then we will discuss the material at the second meeting. The reading domain of college students are wet and differs. Textbook, literature, supplementary assessment, reference material, manual, handbook, and study guides. Each of these material is unique and the student purpose for reading it is different. It might be for class lecture, might not for discussion, review for an exam, or locate information for a paper. Many students think that the only way to become more efficient is to read faster. They believe that slow reading is poor reading. This is not the case. How you read is more important than how fast you read. If you read 12 page assessment in 1 hour, but remember 60% of what you read. Are you not reading efficiently? You can see then that efficient reading involves adequate comprehension and result within a reasonable time frame. The efficient reading involves adequate comprehension and result with a reasonable time frame. The step in determining how to read a given piece of writing is to assess its difficulty. Many features of the reading material itself influence how easily and how quickly Can you read it? Here are few the characteristics to consider. Number 1. The format. The physical arrangement of a page can influence how easily material can be read. For example, is it often more difficult to read a page that is a solid block of prints than is it to read a page on which the ideas are broken up by headings, spacing, and listing. Number 2, graphic and visual material. The inclusion of maps, pictures, graphs, and charts also might influence your reading. Number 3, typographical aids. Feature of print such as boldface, italics, colored type, and heading often make a page easier to read and to understand. Number 4, language feature. Factors such as sentence length, paragraph length, and vocabulary level largely determine how difficult a piece of material is to read. Number 5, subject matter. The type a number of ideas and concepts that an author present influence difficulty. Number 6, length. Length chapter, article, and essay are often more difficult to read than shorter ones. Lengthy material demands sustained concentration and requires you to rely larger number of ideas and mention a broader focus and perspective. Number 7, organization. Some material progress in an orderly, logical fashion from point to point. Others, however, are more sloppily organized, and the writer pattern of thought is thus more difficult to identify. There is no rule to use in deciding how much to slow down or speed up to compensate for differing degrees of difficulty. So in reading there are also some steps that must be considered so that what is read can add insight and knowledge of student to the material being read about the lesson. Okay. Next, a summary of the three meetings that discuss the paragraph. A paragraph can be defined as a group of related ideas. The sentence relates to another in the sense the edge is about a common person, place, thing, or idea. This common subject or idea is called the topic. Simple, define the topic, what the entire paragraph is about. If you had to choose a title for a paragraph, the one or two words you would choose are the topic. Paragraph main idea. The paragraph main idea is the point that the whole paragraph makes. To identify topic and main idea in paragraph, it will help you to understand the difference between general and specific. A general idea is a broad idea that applies to a large number of specific items. The term clothing is general because it refers to a large collection of specific items, like sweats, blouses, shirts, scarves, and so on. A specific idea or time is more detailed or particular. It refers to individual items. The word scarf, for example, is a particular time. The price red plaid scarf is even more specific. Next, summary of the fourth meeting. Usually one sentence express the main idea. This sentence is called the topic sentence. The topic sentence can be located anywhere in the paragraph. However, there are several positions. Where is it most likely to be found? Number 1, topic sentence first. Most often, the topic sentence is placed first in the paragraph. Number 2, topic sentence last. The second most likely place for a topic sentence to appear is last in the paragraph. When using this arrangement, a writer leads up to the main point, then directly stress it at the end. Number 3, topic sentence in the middle. If it is placed neither first nor last, then the topic sentence appears somewhere in the middle of the paragraph. Topic sentence first and the last. Occasionally, the main idea will be stated at the beginning of a paragraph and again at the end. Writers use this organization to emphasize an important idea, to explain an idea that needs clarification. Summary of the 5 meetings. Sentence key idea and sentence detail. Sentence key idea. Every sentence expresses at least one key idea or basic message. This key idea is made up of 2 parts, a simple subject and a simple predicate. The simple subject, usually a noun, identifies the person or object the sentence is about. The main part or the predicate, the simple predicate, is a verb which tell what the person or object is doing or has done. Usually, a sentence contains additional information. Information about the subject and or the predicate. To identify the topic of a sentence, ask yourself this question: who or what the paragraph is about? Your answer to this question will be the topic of the paragraph. To read a sentence effectively, you can do three instruction. Number one, search for the most important information in the sentence. Number two, think of certain group or words that are more important than other. Number three, to see how the part of the sentence are connected. Example: the average Indonesian live up to 65 years. The key idea of this sentence is Indonesian life. It is expressed by the simple subject and predicate. The simple subject of this sentence is Indonesian. It tells what the sentence is about. The word, the and the reference give more information about the subject Indonesian by telling which on. The main part of the predicate is the verb life. This tells the condition of the average Indonesian. The rest of the sentence give information about the predicate by telling how many years left. In many long and complicated sentences, the key idea is not obvious as the previous example. To find the key idea as: number one, who or what is the sentence about? Number two, what is happening in the sentence? Here is an example of complicated sentence that may be found in a psychology textbook. Violence in sport, both amateur and professional level, has increased dramatically over the past 10 years. In this sentence, the answer to the question who or what is the sentence about is violence. The verb is has increased, and the remainder of the sentence explain the place and level where violence exists and how it has increased in a period of time. B. Sentence detail. After you have identified the key idea, the next step in understanding a sentence is to see how the detail affect its meaning. Most detail either add or change the meaning of the key idea. Usually, they answer short question about the subject or predicate as what, where, which, when, how, or why. For example, Sam drove his car to Toronto last week. In the above sentence, Sam drove is the key idea of the sentence. Will his car answer what to Toronto answer where, and last week answer when. As you read a sentence, be sure to notice how the detail change, limit, or add the meaning of the key idea. Decided for each of the following example how to the underlined portion affect the meaning of the key idea. It's really a legend, a way of describing a thing we see every day. The scientists with the most liberal attitude out further study of cloning. The film about the death of the basketball star was depressing. In the first example, the underlying detail explained in what way chemistry is a language. In the second example, the underlying detail tells with scientists only those with the most liberal attitude are further study. In the third example, the underlying detail described which not a film was depressing. Summary of the sixth meeting that discussed the combined sentence and related sentence. C. Combined sentence. Many sentences express more than one key idea. Often a writer will combine two or more closely related ideas into one sentence. This on for one of the three reasons. Number one, to clarify the ideas. Number two, to emphasize their connection. Number three, to show that the key or are of acute importance. For example, some students decided to take the final exam and other course to write a term paper. In this sentence, to related idea or combined. One, some student decided to related decided the take or combined. Number two, some students choose to write a time paper. Combined ideas are often spotted by the punctuation in the sentence. Two complete ideas can be combined by one semicolon. Example, some students had met, other enjoy it. Two, a comma follow by a conjunction and but or no, so for yet. Example, data purchasing is my major, so I have to take several math courses. D. Related sentence. A written often expand a sentence by adding a related but less important idea. This related idea has its own noun and verb, but it expresses an incomplete thought and cannot stand it by itself. For example, the underlined version of the following sentence as a noun and a verb, but it does not make sense until you read the entire sentence. Here is the example. After we leave the party, was stopped for a pizza. In the sentence, the more important idea is we stop for a pizza. The first part of the sentence gives a reason. They explain the second part. The idea of lesser import usually performs one or more of the following function. Describe. Example: my sister, who is 8 years old, got the chicken pox. Express cause. Example: because I was out jogging, I missed your phone call. State purpose or reason. Example: Joe he skipped his English class so he could study for this psychology test. Next, summary of the 7 meeting that discuss the improving vocabulary. Context clues. Context clues can help you to figure out the meaning of unfamiliar word. While you are unlikely to find missed word on parental pack, you will often find words that you do not know. The word around the unfamiliar words, the sentence context. Give you clues the what word would fit and make sense. Such clues are called context clues. Example: the couple finally secured a table at the popular Crow restaurant. The sentence you call the tell that secure means got or took ownership of the table. There are 4 types of context clues to look for. 1 definition, 2 example, 3 contrast, and 4 inference. Definition clues. Many times writer definition a word directly on directly immediately following its use. The writer might define a word directly by giving brief definition, incredibly providing synonym. So a word and phrase as means is refers to, and we define as are often used at other times. A writer might define a word indirectly. Indirect definition usually follow the word and all set off by commas, parentheses of disaster or example. Induction refers to the process of reasoning from the known to the unknown. Probability, the likelihood that an event occurred, is important in the field of statistics. Example clues. Written often include example to help to explain or clarify a word. Suppose you do not know the meaning of the word toxic, and you find it used in the following sentence. Toxic material, such as arsenic, asbestos, pesticides, and lead and cause bodily damage. This sentence gives for example of toxic material. From the example given, with or poisonous substance, you could conclude that toxic means poisonous. Contrast clause. It is something possible to determine the meaning of an unknown word from a word appears in the context that has an opposite meaning. Notice in the following sentence how a word opposite in meaning from the boldface word provides a clue to its remaining. One of the dinner quiz succumbed to the temptation to have second piece of cake, but the other resisted. Inference clause. Many times you can figure out the remaining of an unknown word by using logic and reasoning skill. For instance, look at the following sentence. Bob is quite versatile. He is a good student, a top athlete, an excellent car mechanic, and a gourmet cook. You can see that Bob is careful, successful at many different types of activities. And you could reason that present means capable of doing many things completely. The elimination of contact clause. 3 are to limitation use of the contact clause. With contact clause seldom lead to a complete definition that the best we can distinguishing the meaning. Second, sometimes a sentence does not contain close to a word meaning. In this, you will need to draw upon other vocabulary skill, such as with structure. Summary of the 8 meeting that discuss the word structure. Word structure. Many words in English language are made up of word parts called prefixes, root, and suffixes. The short part have specific meaning that, when added together, can help you determine the meaning of the word as a whole. Prefixes. Prefixes appear at the beginning of many English words. They alter the meaning of the root to which they are connected. Suitable one to 32 common prefixes that are grouped according to meaning. Root carry the basic or core meaning of a word. Hundreds of root words are used to build a word in the English language. 30 of the most common and most useful are listed in Table 2. You know that the root did or did means tell or say. Then you would have a clue to the meaning of such word as this cat speak for someone to write down. This station was spoken to be written down, and diction, wording or manner of speaking. Suffixes. Suffixes are word ending that often change the part of speech of word. For example, adding the suffix to the noun cloud produce the adjective cloudy, accompanying the change in part of speech in shift in meaning. If you know the meaning of the root word and the way in which different suffixes affect the meaning of the root word, you will be able to figure out a word meaning when a suffix is added. A list of common suffixes and their meaning appear in Table 3. How to use word part. When you come a word you do not know, keep the following pointer in mind. First, look for the root. Think of this as looking for a word inside a larger word, often a letter or two will be missing. Example: an or other or able, post or operate, or if. Defend or able, none or adapt or able. 2. If you do not recognize the root, then you will probably not be able to figure out the word. The next step is to check its meaning a dictionary. 3. If you do not recognize the root, next look for a prefix. If there is one, determine how it changes the meaning of the word. Example: an or interrogable post or operative. And together with a not, post together with after. 4. Locate the suffix if there is one, and determine how is it further add to or change the meaning of the root word. Example, uniter or able, postoperative or if. Able together with able to, if together with state or condition. Next, throughout the meaning in the sentence in which the word was used. Substitute your meaning for the word and see whether the sentence makes sense. Example, some of the victims thought were untraceable at the time of the crime. Untraceable together with not able to be spoken. Okay guys, will that all I can say. If there are mistakes and shortcoming, I apologize. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.